Hello, welcome back. Yes, I'm here. Man, I'm finding it more and more difficult each day to come back here, but we are talking about monsters, monster weaknesses. That is the topic for today. I am going to apologize right now. This was not the scheduled or intended topic for today, but the do bo dam was actually supposed to be the topic. And I realized that I could not actually talk and read from my notes and get it done without ballsing it all up. I knew I was going to be out of it was going to be out of my league. So I've gone for this topic because we have kind of talked about this topic in the past. So we're going to do it again, but we're going to go into a lot more detail. I'm going to put up a starting poll. So we're going to talk about monster weaknesses and including them into your lore, and and hopefully I can get through this. This will probably be foreshortened if it's not obvious. I'm still really struggling with my hay fever and asthma. My hay fever, not my asthma. I've got hay fever. And my brain ain't working that well either. Anyway, let's get straight into the topic, cover what we want to cover, and then go into looking at the workshop aspect of things. Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I want to talk about role-playing games, monster lore. What about the weaknesses for your monster? Do you include a weakness or a flaw, something that is potentially fatal for the monster, something that they're not good at? Because quite often when we make a monster, whether that's mechanically or in terms of some sort of lore or fluff, we want to make it scary. We want our monsters to be scary sometimes. We want our monsters to be near indestructible, to be a significant challenge to fight. Running away is definitely a possibility. And so when you make your monster so powerful, so strange and obscure and unusual, and really so fearsome, there is probably a good reason to include some sort of fatal flaw, fatal weakness that can be exploited by your players. Now, whether they discover that flaw or not is beside the point, but it's there, so it can be discovered. You don't have to actually make sure that they will discover it, but it's there. There's always that possibility they might find out what that actual flaw is, depending on their interaction with that monster. And then maybe they won't. So how many different flaws can you come up with to include into your monster lore? Well, I would say right now, since I'm suffering from it right now, hay fever, allergies, like that would be a huge flaw. For me, that is my major flaw. If I was a monster, that is definitely my flaw. But it's not the only thing that we can include. There's lots of other things as well. And so what I want to do is I want to go straight into the discussion around, because we started this process, I want to go straight into the discussion around looking at some of the monster flaws we can include, because we've actually started that process already. So this is a little bit different to what I normally do. Normally I do a presentation, then we do the workshop, but we're going to flow straight into the workshop for today. So we've already started this process. Some of you are probably already aware that we started a table or a chart of 100 monster weaknesses. So what I want to do is I want to actually share that with you. And I want to show you just right now, like, how many do we have and how many have we got left to actually build. As it happens, we have quite a few, and surprisingly, we have very few left to actually include into our game. Into this table, into your game, we're close to finishing it. And then you can use it for whatever purpose you see fit. Is it toilet paper? Will it actually be included into your monster construction homebrew creations? I don't know. So, looking at this list, I'm not going to read them all out because I'm going to kind of do that already. But you can see that we've been doing tag names with a description. Everything here is intended to be system agnostic. I'm quite purposely deliberate about that so that you can use it for 5e, you can use it for any version of D&D, and you can also use it for any other game that is not Dungeons and Dragons. Because it is a narrative and it's more nebulous in nature, it means that we can probably just about cover everything we need to. Now you might have noticed that, hang on Fred, there's a few that are untagged, but we're almost there. There's almost 100 of them. So I think this is what we do today, is that we finish this off. We almost got it done last time. I'm going to jump over to my face cam for now. And I'm going to get you guys to come up with some ideas to fill out the last few. And then we'll tidy everything up. And I will be probably not jumping back and forth from my cell phone, because that actually just drove me nuts and caused more hassle for me. So let's see what you can do. Can you come up with something we haven't already come up with for today? So let me just type in this. Hashtag, what is a good monster weakness? Now, when I say weakness, I don't mean vulnerability. I know it's tempting to say, oh, it's vulnerable to fire damage, or it's vulnerable to cold damage, which is very much a 5e term, right? There's a very 5e concept, or even Pathfinder in many respects. We're not trying to do that. Okay, that's easy. If that's all we were trying to do, we wouldn't even have to make 100 different monster weaknesses. No, I want you to think a lot harder than that about this. So what is a good monster weakness that we don't already have? And that is what we're going to cover today. Somebody has put down allergic, has a severe reaction to some substance such as garlic, which if we don't have that already on the list, we probably need to put it there. So, ADHD, easily distracted. Let's hear bike riders off to a right. That's actually quite clever. I like that. I like that a lot. So let's have a look at our table and see if we have allergic already there. And allergic is already on here. So unfortunately, the hat's coming off. It's so hot in my office. Not only do I have hay fever and I'm all gummed up, but I've also cooking in my office. It's not going to be a pleasant sight. Hello, Pale Rider. Dehydration. Okay. ADHD. I think I like the idea of distracted. D. Disrupted phase. Drained thoughts. Now, some of these don't feel like they're weaknesses. Some of them actually feel like there's something weird going on here. Probably because I didn't pay attention to when I was putting them in. I think we're just going to use the word distracted. I think distracted is going to be fine. So let's just do that. Distracted. And then we go here. Let's just do this. The monster is easily distracted from a task. So that's definitely a weakness. We can include that for sure. Let's put that in. Dehydration. Now we may have dehydration. So dehydration, we don't think we have dehydration, so that's a weakness. Now, dehydration, D-E, it'll go right about here. Okay, I'll put that in. So you might have noticed we only really needed about three more, and we were almost there, and I just needed to go through the list and sort of do some adjustments, add some tag names, things like that. The monster needs copious amounts of water to survive. Okay, I like that. Good one. Nice job. Dontro, hello Dontro, how are you doing? I just wanted to ask and hope it's not too far off topic, but I'm curious as to whether or not there is a resource I can use to find the most optimal ways to ruin either a creature, to run either a creature or a character or a creature. Okay, I see what you're saying here. So yes, there is. Since we're kind of a little bit off topic, but we're doing well. I expect that we'll have this table done since we only need one more and a few things to be tinkered with. Then I'll be coming back to this screen. So yes, well, I can give you some information on that. We call this a monster workshop for a reason, right? I have often done monster tactic stuff here. So if you want to run a monster or a creature and you want some advice, you will find that I do have a playlist of monster tactics for certain creatures, mostly Dungeons and Dragons. I would say probably exclusively Dungeons and Dragons, but I wouldn't say a wolf is exclusively D&D. You could put it in anything. So there is a playlist on my channel that does that. But if you wanted a website that is pretty extensive, I'm going to give you a link, 2 different links to start with. So let's start off with the does know what they are doing. Okay, there is a website, and that website is called The Monsters Know, okay, or The Monsters Know What They're Doing. And I can assure you that the person who does this has a very good understanding. He's not perfect. I wouldn't say that everything he puts down here is gold, but this website will do a lot of it. Now, he's also produced a book. So if you just wanted the website, no problems. But if you wanted to actually buy his book, because he made a book, you could. So that is The Monsters Know What They Are Doing. Okay. And I'll just put here website. So that is the website. Now, Karen complains about everything, even if it's perfect. Okay, all right. I'm not sure where that's coming from. So I'm going to give you one more website, and that is an Amazon link. I don't know, what country are you in? Is it Don Toro? What country are you currently living in? What Amazon do you use around the world? Are you using the USA one, the Canadian one, the German one, the UK one, or something else? Give me an idea and I can do that. Dogs are not cats though, Floor. Not applicable? NA. What is NA? Dawn Toro. Perfect. I don't know what NA means. You got to remember, I'm from New Zealand. I don't know the USA. Okay, right. So I'll give you the link for that now. This is an Amazon affiliate link, so I do get paid if you decide to buy his book. Okay. Now, you wanted to know about characters as well, so I've got something for that. The Monsters Know What They Are Doing. Right, let's find you. There you are, Armin. Okay, let's grab this. This is the book. I believe American, it is currently hardcover, $17.39. It's a big book. I'll tell you that now. It's a large book. A lot of the stuff is directly from his website, but if you want it all in one space and you want to be able to carry it and cart it around with you with your monster manual, then this is probably a good way of doing that. The region. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I don't play video games. So this is an Amazon affiliate link. I get paid a little commission if you decide to purchase it from there. Okay. Now you were asking about characters. So this publisher has done more than just one thing, because he's not just got one book, he's got 3. Okay. He's got 3, and it's just related to monsters. The Monsters Know What They're Doing. There's 1, 2, and 3. I would suggest start with 1. Okay, if you like the book and you think it's doing what you need it to do, great. Now, for those of you who you are asking about characters, you are asking about, well, what if I want my character to be able to do something optimally against the monster? Okay, there's another thing that is called Live to Tell a Tale. So that's combat tactics for player characters. So Live to Tell a Tale is, it gives you a rundown of how you would run your monster and survive more effectively. And Keith has got 3 books on this. Now, I don't know if I can find you the first book, but I might be at least be able to find you the one of them. This is, I think, the second book. He's got a few of them. You might have to do a little bit of a hunt around, but I will give you a link to this as well. Since you were asking about characters as well, I'll give you that as well. Okay. Diabetic. Death by Sweets. Pale Rider. Perfect. Flammable Skin. I think we had flammable already, but it's a good idea. Okay, so this here. So for those of you who are wondering what the heck this is all about, this is called Live to Tell a Tale. If I can just highlight this. Come on, you little shite. Here we go. Okay. So this is kind of the reverse of monster tactics. Vulnerable to magic. I think we're going to have that all sorted out very, very shortly. Okay, so there we go. Live to Tell a Tale, combat tactics for player characters. So that there is the title that you're looking for. And I don't know, I can't remember if he's actually got a website that covers this. He may not. Live to Tell a Tale. Oh, there is. But I don't know that you're going to actually get that much information out of him on that one. I think it's just going to be very basic. Yeah, no, I'm not even going to bother giving this the website for that one. Ready to use tactics. It's really just an article advertising his book. So there's no point giving you that. So that's what you're looking for, if you were wondering. And now let's get back to my topic, which is actually constructing our monster weaknesses. Okay, this is actually perfect. Thanks a bunch. You're welcome. I can assure you that a person that I do trust, Wally DM, has actually played a game with Keith, and Wally assures me that Keith is ruthless, brutal, and knows exactly what to do with the monsters. So you're probably going to be fine if you wanted to up your ante with all that sort of stuff. Right, so we had dehydration. I believe we are on to something else. We've got to get the next one done. So let's see. Not Karen. Dogs. No. Flammable skin. I don't know. Do we have flammable? We probably do. Yeah, flammable. The monster is very flammable and easily burns. So we don't really need to do another one of them. So we'll keep going. North America. NA. I means North America. Oh, okay. Diabetic. Now, I like the idea. I really do. Diabetic's a brilliant idea. It's just, how do I describe diabetes? that's how do I describe diabetes? It's an interesting problem. Let's see what we can do here. Diabetes. So if I go into and do a search for diabetes, define. A person having diabetes. That's not a very good, that is a useless. Diabetes is a disease that occurs when the blood, when your blood glucose, also called blood sugar, is too high. In your body's main source of energy, the body can make glucose, but glucose also comes from food that you eat. Insulin, hormone, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so how do I describe this? I need to describe this about, okay. I think I've got this. The monster has so extremely high levels of glucose in the blood. And so what's the best way to say this? Easily manipulated. I think we might have already got that one, but I'll check in a second. So what are we trying to say here? Okay, so right, so the monster has extremely high levels of glucose in the blood, and eating sugar. Eating sugar, what does what? I think it's I should know this because we have to learn about this when we do first aid. Okay, so high blood pressure, no, it's not that. It's high glucose content. So the monster has extremely high levels of glucose in the blood, and eating sugar results in overstressing the internal organs. I think that's probably the easiest way to describe it. That is a weakness. Took me a little while to decipher it, but I got there. Hello, Derp. Derp is a patron. Thank you for being here. So is Fred Huber. Thank you for being here. Okay, so it took me a little while, but I got diabetes down. Gambler. It will bet anything, tends to lose. Okay. Gambler. Gambler. Do we have gambler? Of course we don't. We don't have gambler, so we'll put gambler in. Gambler. The monster will bet on anything, and everything it possesses. Okay, that is a serious problem there. You've got a gambling problem for sure. Now, manipulated. You had put down manipulate. I think we may be at our number. Yeah, we're at 101, which means that we've got to start tidying up some. No, we needed one more, so that's fine. So that means I just got to go through and tidy up some of the other ones that we had here, or I can just chuck into what you guys are doing, and I don't have to worry about tagging the other stuff, which will be nice. Manipulation, MMM. I think it might be under not manipulation, but stupid, because I can see myself putting it under stupid or idiot. Stupid. The creature is recklessly stupid and will walk right into traps or danger. I think we had something else related to that. That was more around the idea of it being an idiot. Let me keep going. I like a monster that can't really grasp the concept of lying, so it's easily fooled. Fair enough. Weak point. The monster has a vulnerable spot that glows red. A vulnerable spot. Weak spot. I think we had weak spot. Oh, vulnerable spot. Yeah, we've got weak spot already. That was done. That's already been done. Target birthmark over its heart. Forgetful. You wanted what? Forgetful. Forgetful's a good idea. I like the idea of forgetful. As long as we don't have it already. Forgetful. We have forgetful already. Okay, all right. Diabetic. Hello, William. How are you doing? Have I said hello to everybody? I don't know. I'm a little bit messed up today, so yeah, my brain ain't working great. I think what it's going to be probably the smartest thing to do is I will grab my phone. I will transition us over to the sheet so you can see what we're working on. The monster's harmed or repelled by reciting holy verses. Examples are vampires. Ah, okay. That's a good idea. I don't know what would he tag that is though. That's the thing. It's like, what would be the tag name for something like that? I'm not honestly sure. So we'll have to deal with that. Anyway, I'm going to share my screen in a second. And we are going to work on the last of it. Poops a lot. Constantly poos. Easy to track. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's bring you over to this screen. I will grab my phone. Not that it's going to probably do me any good because it's probably going to be all over the place. I will try not to move things around. Okay. So that you can actually see what's going on here. This is where I'm up to in terms of ordering things, weak point. And then after that, you can see that we have this to work with. There are a few that we have here that need some tag names, okay? Is this phone going to even work? I've been having problems with the phone working at all in terms of Wi-Fi, so I think the Wi-Fi in the house is a little bit messed up right now. Yeah, I can see this is going to be a problem though. Right now, it's just struggling to try to pick it up. That'll be my biggest problem, right? Is trying to pick it up. So let me let's take some of these. Actually, I might move some of these around now. Dumbo. Dumbo as in Dumbo? Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, I won't move these until I need to. So let's just sort of work on them and then go from there. I think that's probably got a good way. Goldilocks, compelled to try out other people's food. Goldilocks. That is very funny. Overheat. The monster is constantly at threat of heating up and exploding. I think we can say that's all right. Name dropper. The monster has huge ears that flop in the wind. Does not allow it to actually fly. I don't think we want it flying. That's not a weakness. Next, name dropper. Monster claims to know all people of notoriety. Okay. That's not a real word. Okay, note. The monster. Okay, so we need to do something else with this, because that's not going to work. The monster claims to know. The monster claims to know all the famous people in the world. I think that'll do. That is a weakness. Okay. The monster's harmed or repelled by reciting holy verses. So we just need a tag for that. I'm not sure what that would be. Probiotics. The creature trips over its own nose. I don't know why we've got probiotics there. Has anybody got any idea why that might be the case? Why is it probiotics? Let's go copy and let's see if we can find what this is. What does this actually mean? Probiotics. Paste. Define it. Okay, the nose of a mammal, especially when it's long and mobile, such as a trunk or an elephant, or the snout of a tuft. Okay. Many insects, an elongated sucking mouth part. Okay. Tubular and flexible. Okay, I think I understand what you're trying to do here then. its own long nose. Okay. Yes, it looks like the internet Wi-Fi is not going to help me, so I'm going to have to jump back and forth from the live chat to here to get this done. Okay, what else did I do here? Beehive. I don't know that I like the idea. I don't want to call it beehive. It doesn't make any sense. The monster is subdued by smoke. What is that? Subdued by smoke. Repressed. Subdue, repressed. All right, so let's go with let's just go with I don't even know what that would be called. I'm still a little bit lost with that. Anyway, next, the monster blisters and dissolves when exposed to sodium or to salt or sodium. I came up with that idea from the snail, but I absolutely have no idea what to call it. No idea. Not going to be a problem, really, surely. Like, okay, let's have a look and see if anybody had come up with some ideas. Holy voice. I know which one you're talking about. That makes sense. Hello, Noroak. How are you doing? I need to tag name some of these things. We've got a few things that need tag names to finish off this table, to get it done. And I will need your help. I'm sure of it. See if you guys can come up. But a holy voice is not a bad idea. Let's do holy voice. It's not going to be holy voice. That doesn't make any sense. It's gotta make a bit more. Is a holy voice? No, I'm not partial to it. I'm going to say it. I'm not partial. Sorry, not partial to it. I would like something else. The monster's harmed or repelled by reciting holy verses. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced. I'm going to take some of these. I said I wouldn't move all this stuff around, but I'm going to move some of the stuff around because I don't know what else to do, and I'm sort of stuck here. So we're going to take out Dumbo, and D for Dumbo is forgetful D. Dumbo. No, actually, let's call it Flapper. I think that is Flapper. Yeah. That's what we want. Flapper. Dumbo's just doesn't say it. I mean, I know Dumbo's got big ears and so forth. Flapper. Let's put it there. Flapper. And then we don't have Dumbo. We don't have idiot. And we don't have stupid, do we? Or do we have stupid? We might. I feel like that's already done. So let's just not worry about that. Okay, let's take this one here, the nose one. Pro, cut, and P pro. Where are you? PRO. Pro. Oh, it should be here. Should be living right about here. Pro. Okay, I got that one, and then Goldilocks. Cut. Goldilocks. G. Gold. Oh, we've got gullible, stupid and easily persuaded. We've already got that. We've got it covered. Gullible, stupid. They're pretty similar. Not exactly, but pretty similar. Anyway, let's go overheat. Cut. And overheat is going to go over. Over and over. Heat. I think it goes there. And we paste it. Overheat. Explodes, and then name dropper, and then we have got a few tagging things to be done. And then we go cut. And choices. What did I just cut? I don't even remember. Paste. Name dropper. N for name dropper. Cut. N. N, name, no, it should be there, name, right there, okay, would you believe it, okay, name dropper, okay, so, that's that. Let me just tidy up a little bit of a mess here, so that we can see the new list of numbers, and try to figure out how to name the rest of this stuff, and incorporate it, okay. So we're going to go, did anybody have any ideas? My phone Wi-Fi is not working, so I can't track the chat at all, which is kind of a pain, I have to say. It's kind of a pain. Anyway, any ideas, people? Norok, blabbermouth. Oh, okay. Holy verbiage. Oh, I see. You got some numbers. I like this. Thank you. 93, you've said pacifist. All right, okay, I'm going to write these down, so I don't have to keep jumping back and forth. It's going to drive me nuts, and probably you as well. So 93, pacifist. Okay, you've got 102 was fiendish nature. I'm not sure what that's all about, but okay. What's holy verbiage? Mystic mana for the holy verses. Oh, I see. Mystic mana. 97 blabbermouth. Mouth. Okay. It speaks its thoughts constantly. Blabbermouth is, yeah, that makes sense. Blabbermouth. Cool. There can only be one. Monster is compelled to attack and kill its own kind. It's very Highlander. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Okay, let me just go back to the thing so you can see. I'm really sorry, people. Just the internet Wi-Fi is just. Thank God the other part of the internet's working all right. So first off. You had 93 blisters and results. Pacifist. No, it doesn't make any sense. The monster can't take compliments. Pacifist. I don't know that makes sense. Weakness needs 200 pounds of meat a day to survive. I actually don't like that particular weakness. I don't think it's very good. I'm just going to say it there. Blabbermouth 97. So that is the constant thoughts. So that is this one here now. So we're going to just plonk that here. Blabbermouth. Yeah. The creature speaks its thoughts constantly. Blabbermouth. Okay, that's better. Sweet. Got it. Next. Existence. Non-existent. The monster doesn't really exist. This is another one that I don't really like. And frankly, unless we can come up with a better way of doing this, I think we should just ditch it. Because a monster's weakness is it doesn't really exist. Yeah. Not my thing. Let's get rid of that. Sorry. Next. Okay, the monster can't attack or interact unless engaged first. Ah, that's pacifist, isn't it? I don't really feel like it is that much of a weakness. I suppose it is. It can't. So it's got to be something about it that it can't pass. Okay, that's fine. We'll put pacifist in there. Pacifist. Okay, let's keep going. It always tells its secrets. Oh, okay. So blabbermouth could be the secrets one too. A word for can't keep secrets. What would be a word? Oh, that's where it is. Okay. So we're gonna do something about this. We're probably gonna have to shift this over. I think the blabbermouth is gonna have to go somewhere else. Is this actually, if anything, I feel like this should be combined. These two ideas should be combined. Blabbermouth, a creature speaks its thoughts, constantly, and reveals secrets. I really think that should be just folded into that one. I think that's probably the best way to go with that. So let's just do that. Okay, that's trimmed things down a little bit. The monster is harmed by or repelled by reciting holy verses, and we had mystic mana, and holy verbiage, and I'm not sure about either of them, but let's get holy verbiage. If somebody comes up with a new weakness with a tag name that I can include, then I'll chuck it in, and that will eliminate some of the other ones. But define. What does that mean? The meaning of holy. Let's verbiage. Holy. I know what holy is, but let's do with verbiage. Verbiage. Excessively length, technical speech or writing. Okay. The way in which something is expressed, worded, or dictation. Is harmed or repelled by reciting holy verses. I wonder. I almost feel like this is like an exorcism. It almost feels like an exorcism, doesn't it? Am I going to do that? I think I will do that. Exorcism? Don't know how to spell, do I? Exorcism. I wonder if is that what it's defined as? It feels like it is. I feel like that's the gist of what we're trying to do here. So let's just check that, but I'm pretty sure that's probably the way to go. I don't know why we didn't come up with it sooner. It should have been obvious, right? The expulsion or attempt repulsion of a supposedly evil spirit from a person or place. And usually when they do this in one word. It's a prayer, holy ritual. That's what it is. Exorcism. Okay, so we've got that one done. Sweet. Nice. Next. The monster can't take compliments. What's the word when you have... I don't want to put low self... What is low self-esteem? What's a word for low self-esteem? Low self-esteem. I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, so downplays positive qualities. I suppose we could use the word critical. I guess the word critical, stupid, fat, unlovable, low self-esteem. Do I really want to put low self-esteem? I don't know that there is any other way to do it. I think it might have to be that way. Okay, let's do this. Does this work? Is that that's not a real word? It wants to separate it into 3. Bugger that. Critical. Critical. Something critical. Something critical. What's another word for it? Thesaurus. I don't know. Can't spell for save myself. Probably not going to get anything. For low self-esteem. Well, that would be nice. Demureness. Down to earth. Timidness. Diffided? What is that? Insecure. Oh, of course, insecure. That's the word, insecure. 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 Why did I not come up with that? It should have been obvious. This is a problem. I'm terrible with words. I really am. We're going to need one more weakness because some of this one I hate. I can't. I'm taking it out. I can't stand that one. I really. The idea that I can't stand it. Okay, bones of the ancestors. Weapons made from this type of monster does more than normal damage to us. I actually hate this one as well. I'm sorry, whoever made it up. I can't stand it. I've been wanting to delete it for a while. Okay, we've just trimmed ourselves down. We were close, but now we need 2 more. And beehive. I'm not against this. I just don't know what to call it. Okay, snail. What do I call it? Snail mucus. Foaming mucus. I don't know. This feels desperate now. Foaming mucus. Is that it? No. Try again. Muscles. Mucus. Come on, Fred. Mucus. Is that mucus? Mucin. I don't want that. I want mucus. There must be a word for mucus. There we go. MC. Okay. All right. MUC. Okay. Mucus. Foaming mucus. There we go. All right, we've got that one down. And the beehive one, I don't want to call it beehive. I'm going to call it something else. Beehive is not the thing. I have no problem with being subdued by smoke. Fine. But I'm not sure that I like. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. I'm going to say it now. It doesn't work for me. Let's have a look and see at the chat. I've been working away. Let's see what you guys have come up with. Fallen. Can't get up from prone without assistance. Oh, that's clever. You guys you've already realised I was going to have to stick a few more in here. So nice job. Nice to see it's happening. So we're going to take fallen. And that is a very peculiar idea. We're going to put it in, though. We're going to put it in. Here we go. Fallen. The monster can't get up from prone without assistance. From a prone position without assistance. That's better. Okay. I just needed 2 more. I think it's 2 more. And pacifist moved all the way down to 98. Yeah. No, I think I got it. Yeah, it does. It feels more like a characteristic than a weakness. That's what I was thinking. Moth, attracted to fire and tends to burn. Well, let's say not that. Let's go with something else. I like the idea of it being attracted to fire. Is there such a word as mothy? Apparently there is. I don't believe it. The monster is attracted. Now, I've had some people that I've worked with over the years who get hypnotized by fire as well. So let's include that. The monster is attracted and hypnotized by fire. That is going to be a problem. And I'm not completely sure that mothy is actually a word, so define, is there actually a word called mothy? There is. Infest with or damaged by moths. Well, who would have guessed? I wouldn't have. Anyway, so that's great. Cool. Mothy. Monster is attracted and hypnotized by fire. Sweet, you guys did great. Let's have a look. So that's what it's looking like now. We are so close, and then I just got to rearrange stuff. So that means we need one for the smoke. We need a new one since there's one missing, and I got to push everything around, and she's done. Done. All right. Okay. Let's go back here. See if this is going to work. Pessimist. Glutton. Glutton. Yeah, I don't. Nor I really couldn't stand glutton. the idea of glutton. No, that's different. That's actually glutton. The tag name glutton, but the description doesn't work. I actually like this idea. Mummy curse. That's an interesting one. But glutton, we can do glutton. Absolutely, glutton. Now, what it would look like is a little bit different. We need something for being subdued by smoke, but I think isn't everybody subdued by smoke? This is the problem with subdued by smoke. It's hard to get a tag name for something that affects everybody anyway. But glutton. The monster can't stop eating. Which can result in its stomach bursting. What a horrible way to go. Hurting, burst. Try bursting, Fred. Can you spell? No. Okay, so I got glutton. Glutton works. Glutton absolutely works. Lightning rod attracts lightning strikes and lightning spells. I really like it. Yeah. I think, yeah, okay. Eating, and we'll eat it, which will result in its stomach. Okay. Stop eating, which can result in the stomach bursting. Let's do that. I think that's good. Now we had something else. Mummy curse. I'm actually tempted to do mummy curse. Why is mummy curse around cats? Lydexy. Now we had you tried that with me last time. I'm not falling for it. We've already got dyslexia going on as it is. And I've got enough dyslexia going on as it is. I'm not actually dyslexic, by the way, people. A lot of people have thought, but it's not true. Why don't we just call it cat terror? I mean, I'm fine with being scared of cats. You want to put cats in there? Sweet, no problem. Let's do that. Paste. Call it cat fear. I don't know that I'm going to call it mummy curse because I feel like the mummy should be chasing the monsters afraid of cats. There we go. Cats. All right, so we have enough. No, do we have enough? I think we have enough. Maybe we don't have enough. We had the smoke one. Mucus. Why can't I get this right? Mucus. I think the smoke one might just go, since I feel like that just affects everybody anyway. Truthfully, everybody can die from eating too much as it is. But I believe that it is done. I will share my screen. Huge. Yes, I know. I'm aware the mummy was a photo in the movie. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put cat fear. Fear cats. Yes, because they're part of the spirit world, aren't they? So that's sort of part of that mythology. Let's shift everything around so you can see. Here we go. Fred is going to do a lot of shifting and moving. If you spot any problems, you'll let me know. And foaming mucus. F. Foaming mucus. Foaming mucus. We've got so many different really weird ideas here, which is lovely. I'm happy to have them. Next, insecure. We want to have I for insecure. Cut it. I for insecure. In. Can I put it in the insecure? Insecure. It's right. It's going to be injured. It's already injured, so we'll put it here. Insecure. Paste it. Insecure. Next, pacifier. Pacifist. Cut. Pacifist. PPP. Pass. Come on, find it, Fred. Pacifist. Oh, we've already got pacifist. That's a problem. That means we're going to be short. Okay, that one's gone. Blabbermouth. I think we can put blabbermouth in there, though. Cut. We will be short, people. B. Blabbermouth. B for blabber. Blab my mouth. Where are you? Blabber. Blubber. Blabbermouth. Okay, got blabbermouth in there. Okay, nice. Exorcism. We'll get the exorcism. EX. Cut. Exorcism. Exorcism. It's got to go after here. Exorcism. Oh, down there. And she goes. Exorcism. And oh, we've already got fear. We've got feline phobia. So we need 2 now. Okay. All right. I should have guessed we were going to cut, because we've been doing this over weeks. This is the 3rd week and it's fallen. Fallen. F. Poor vision. Fallen. F. Fallen. Okay, that goes here. And paste. Okay, fallen. Okay, that's good. So we will be short. Mothy, which is really weird, but anyway. M for moth. Moth. There we go. And there we go. Mothy. There we go. Mothy. We've got Mothy. And next, down. Glutton. We want it to cut. Glutton. Glutton. Yeah, that's the one. Right in there. Paste. Okay, so we have a little bit of a problem in that we are short. And it requires an enormous amount of work. 2 more to fill in the gap. because we had a few here that were actually already done, things that we already had. So that's a bit of a problem, right? We don't want to repeat ourselves if we can help it. There's always going to be the chance we will, but if we can avoid repeating ourselves, that'd be good. My brain is so messed up right now, I can't think straight. It's awesome. I'm running a live stream with people on the internet and barely can think straight. Awesome. And I'm trying to actually organize stuff. Sheesh. You gotta question yourselves, people, when you watch me. You really do. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just looking through here very quickly to see if there's anything that's a little bit out of whack. I think everything is lined up. And okay, all right. So let's shift the screen. Let's see if anybody came up with any ideas. Otherwise, I guess I'll have to sort it out, won't I? I'll just have to do it. We have sound sensitive. We definitely do. Shatter. We absolutely do. The monster is verbally challenged. Oh, short. Vertically challenged. Look, you're talking about a fear of heights, right? We have monologues. We definitely know, Norik, we had monologues. Yeah. Small man syndrome. There's no way I'm going to put down small man syndrome. Shatter. No, we definitely have sonic sensitivity. Hippie. The monster seeks to be intoxicated and hates progress. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord, Norok. Berserk. A constant state of aggression. Oh, dear. Really? That's what you want me to put in there? Is that really what you wanted? I just don't believe it. Okay, so we need something. What about something about the moon? Can we have something around the moon? And I do not mean turning into a werewolf or any kind of weird creature. We have light sensitivity already. Well, let's do something really silly. There's the 7 dwarfs, right? From Snow White and the 7 dwarfs, and isn't one of them... He's not called Dopey. There's one that's always sleeping. Is he called Sleepy? Is there one that's always called Sleepy? Because one of the things that happens to monsters, if they're sleeping, they usually wind up getting into a lot of trouble, right? So let's include Sleepy. Sleep. The monster is regular. The monster falls asleep regularly. The monster falls asleep let's say the monster falls asleep at night. That's it. Just falls asleep at night. I know that sounds weird, but let's get real. Or if the full moon is out. let's put that. I don't know how good that is, but it's funny. We may have. You're right. We may have it. You're quite correct. I think you might have put it in there a little while back. Lunar madness. As the full moon approaches, the monster's intelligence is reduced. I like that. Moon strength. The creature's power level wanes and waxes with the moon. And that's an interesting idea. It hates morning, so it can... Elmo, sensitive to being tickled. Oh my gosh. I've got to put it in there. It's a tickle monster. It is sensitive to being tickled. Oh, they've got to take that. Let's get real. Like that's the... We may have... Now that I think about this, now that I think that, I'm pretty sure you're right that you probably gave me that one. Yeah, they constantly randomly falls asleep at times. Yeah, no, yeah, so sleepy isn't going to work. Oh, well, good luck on that one. But the other idea, sensitive to being tickled, the question is, what do we call that? That's the question. What do we call being tickled all the time? Tickle. I don't know what to call it. Tickle. Sensitive. Is there a word for this? Ticklish. What does it call it? Ticklish. Oh, come on, Fred. You couldn't figure that one out? Oh, my God. Tickle. Ticklish. Tick. Ticklish. Is that right? I got it. I think I got it, ticklish. And then we're just going to put your little suggestion in there. Oh, bugger. I missed it. I don't want to call it Elmo because it's an IP and somebody will get upset. You just know it. Did somebody actually raid me? Because I've noticed that suddenly there's a whole lot of people when there wasn't a whole lot of people. Unless, of course, YouTube likes me now. I doubt that. The monster is sensitive to being tickled. Yeah, we go. It's ticklish. I like that. That is hilarious. We're not finished though. We need one more, and then I will show you the table, people. I will show you the table. Lunar madness. As the full moon approaches, the monster's intelligence is reduced. I actually like that idea. I am on antihistamines, but I should take more. I should actually take more, but if I do that, I will fall asleep and I will not be able to drive. Okay, so I have to take antihistamines every single day. That's yeah. Moon strength, lunar madness, antihistamine madness. That is the next one. Lunar madness. I think that's fine. I actually like that idea. Let's go a bit further though. I feel like lunar madness should be lunar madness. Let's go full lunar madness. Do you know where I'm going with this, don't you? Come on, you know what I'm going to do. We're not going to just reduce its intelligence. It's going to lose its mind. It has to. Okay, lunar madness. As the full moon approaches, the monster's intelligence is reduced, and it becomes insane. Yeah, because that's madness, right? Let's get real. If you're going to give lunar madness to something, do it properly. Otherwise, go home. All right, let me share you all of this. I don't know if I can read them all out. I'm probably going to try. I don't think that's a really good idea. But that has never stopped me doing something stupid. Okay, let's get real. How many times has Fred done something really stupid in a live stream? This is just one of many times. So I'm going to try to read out all of these. And you'll let me know if I've balls things up. I need to sleep. I know what I need to do. I need to go and have a snooze before I go to work, but I'm probably not going to do that because I'm going to be reading these things. Okay, 100 monster weaknesses. Addiction. The monster is dependent on a particular substance or activity. Agoraphobia. The monster fears places and situations that might cause panic, helplessness, or embarrassment. Allergic. The monster has a significant reaction to a substance. So that pretty much covers everything. Arachnophobia. The monster is scared of spiders. Of course we are. I'm scared of spiders. Arithmomania. The monster is compelled to stop and count things. Count Dracula. Asthma. The monster has difficulty breathing in all environments. Here you go. Banishment. The monster can be banished with a simple act or ritual. Blabbermouth. The creature speaks its thoughts constantly and reveals secrets. Bodiless. The monster must have a host to interact with the physical realm. These are weakness. Braggart. I think it's braggart. The monster advertises its intentions. Okay. Brittle bones. The monster is vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. Okay, so brittle bones. The monster is I don't like this. Has fragile bones. I think we're going to do that. I think that's better. And can be easily broken. Much better. Cool. Cackle. When the creature hears a joke in a language it understands, it is incapacitated with laughter. Canine phobia. Okay. The monster's scared of dogs. Yes, I know, people. Just go roll with it. Claustrophobia. The monster has an extreme or irrational fear of confined spaces. Clumsy. The monster is not agile or coordinated with its movement. Okay. Cold-blooded. The monster's activity is restricted to warm climates and vulnerable to the cold. Okay. Compulsive disorder, which is probably what I got here. The monster experiences uncontrollable and recurring thoughts, obsessions, engages in repetitive behaviors, compulsions. We know what that is. Curse conduit. The creature is more susceptible to curses and negative effects. Dehydration. The monster needs copious amounts of water to survive. Diabetic. The monster has extremely high levels of glucose in the blood, and eating sugar results in overstressing the internal organs. Distracted. The monster is easily distracted from a task or action. There we go. Which is possibly what I have. Disrupted phase. The monster is constantly out of phase with the physical world. Drain thoughts. The monster draws power from negative thoughts. No, that's not a drain thoughts. The monster's thoughts can be drained. By anyone. That's better. That's a tone. No. Anyone. That's, yeah. We've had a special power, not a weakness. Okay. Dyslexic. The monster can't read, write, or spell any language text. Okay. Electrodependent. The monster requires periodic electrical charges to refill its batteries. Electrostatic. The monster attracts lightning and electricity. We've got that one. Elemental weakness. The monster takes extra damage from one or more elemental damage types. Enrage. The monster attacks the nearest target, friend or foe. It doesn't. Okay. Easily insulted. The monster is easily manipulated with disrespect or scornful abuse. Feeble body. The creature is vulnerable to poison and necrosis and is more susceptible to diseases. I think that's, yeah, okay. Flammable. The monster is very flammable or easily burns. Flapper. The monster has huge ears that flop in the wind. Exorcism. The monster is harmed or repelled by reciting holy verses. exploding head. The monster's head explodes from vibration when hearing a particular song. I almost feel like that's exploding head. It doesn't make sense. I think we're going to go here. Here we go. Heavy metal. If anything's going to make that happen, that'll be heavy metal. So I'll take that out. I'm going to come back to that one in a second. Remember, fallen. Cut. Heavy metal. Heavy metal. Heavy, heavy. H-I. Heavy, 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 heavy. There we go. Then put that right there. So, yes. Okay, let's see. Well, fallen. The monster can't get up from a prone position without assistance. Feline phobic. Now, why is it looking like this? The monster is scared of cats. Fey blood. The creature is vulnerable to iron weapons and cannot enter a residence warded by an iron horseshoe. Flatulent. The monster constantly has loud, stinky farts. Foaming mucus. The monster blisters and dissolves when exposed to salt or sodium. Forgetful. The creature constantly forgets what it's doing. Fragile. The creature has weak ankles, arms, legs, wings, etc. Gambler. The monster will bet on anything, and everything it possesses. Is that right? The monster will bet on anything. Anything. That's not right. Anything. With everything it possesses. That's better. Okay, gas breather. The monster breathes a different gas than oxygen. Glow. The creature's bioluminescence and colorization makes it impossible to hide in the dark. Glutton. The monster can't stop eating, which can result in its stomach bursting. Goldilocks. Compelled to try out other people's food. Gravebound. The creature must return to its coffin every night or perish. Gullible. The monster is stupid and easily persuaded. I think we've got that covered. Heavy metal. We've already covered that. I've just moved that. Hibernation. The monster has to sleep for long periods at some point during the year. Hive mind. The monster must stay within the range of a hive mind or it goes insane. Immobile. The monster can't move at all. Inebriation. The monster gets drunk easily from alcohol. Injured. The monster has some wound that inconveniences it. Insecure. The monster can't take compliments. Kenophobia. The monster has an intense fear of empty spaces or voids, which is kind of the reverse of the other one. Lawful. The creature won't violate laws. Lazy. The monster will do anything to avoid physical effort. Lightweight. The monster can be blown away by gusts of wind. Lunar madness. As the full moon approaches, the monster's intelligence is reduced and it becomes insane. Mineral repulsion. The monster cannot cross a certain type of mineral. Cannot cross, cannot touch. Let's do touch. Cannot touch it. There we go. Moonlight sensitivity. The moon can cause damage or effect some change in the monster. Monologue. The monster tends to talk when they should fight or attack. Mothy. The monster is attracted and hypnotized by fire. Multiple personalities. The monster has different personalities that can be triggered that the creature can't control. Mute. The creature cannot verbally communicate. Okay, all right. Name dropper. The monster claims to know all the famous people in the world. Necroleptic. The monster can randomly fall asleep at any time. Overconfident. The monster believes it is indestructible and its plans can't fail. Overheat. The monster is constantly at threat of heating up and exploding. Pacifist. The monster would rather die than fight, which is going to be a problem. Paper skin. The monster is vulnerable to slashing damage, which is... yeah, whatever. I don't like it, but it's all right. I'll leave it. Parasitic. The monster depends on another living creature to feed and shelter on. Pests. The monster attracts swarming insects that are destructive or a nuisance. Phobia. The monster has an extreme or rational fear of something. That just covers everything now. Poor vision. The monster can't see clearly and can only see fragments or movement. Next. Primal link. The creature's power is lost if it leaves a natural environment. Probiotics. Oh, good lord. The creature trips over its own long nose. Okay. Next. Reflection. If the monster sees its reflection, there is a negative effect such as damage or imprisonment in the reflective item. I like that much more. Restricted location. The monster can only be active in a certain area or environment. Running water. Moving water acts like acid against the monster. There's your vampire. Rusting. The monster corrodes, causing the inability to move or attack. Servant. The monster can only obey the orders of its master and can't improvise or act on its own volition. Okay, next. Short life. The monster only lives for a short period of time. Slow moving. The monster moves slowly when traveling or attacking. Smelly. The monster's scent is so terrible it is easy to track or detect. It's kind of a bit like the farting one, but this is a little bit different. Slightly, but not that much different. Sonic vulnerability. The monster is easily deafened by loud noises. Snail trail. The monster leaves a sticky trail in its wake that can be easily tracked. Okay. Stupid. The creature is recklessly stupid and will walk right into traps or danger. Sun sensitivity. The monster is unable to see effectively in sunlight or is burnt by it. Yeah, vampire again. Tagged. The creature has a tracking device affixed to it. Okay. Ticklish. The monster is sensitive to being tickled. True name. If the true name of the monster is known, If the true name of the monster is known, they can be forcibly controlled. Unholy. The creature is vulnerable to radiant energy and cannot enter holy ground. Okay. Vagabond. The creature must keep moving. If it stays in one spot too long, it gets sick. Vandal. The creature is compelled to deface any manufactured items or buildings. Is that really a weakness? It's a little weird. I don't know about that one. Vegetation dependent. The monster weakens in desolate areas with no plants. Vertigo. The monster becomes unbalanced and confused when at great heights. That's me. Voracious appetite. The creature requires tremendous amounts of energy and food to survive. This is the glutton, isn't it? This is a repeat. Darn it. Water dissolving. The monster shrinks and corrodes when in contact with water. Weak spot. The monster has a vulnerable spot on its body that has no armor. And voracious appetite is a problem because we've already got glutton, don't we? We already have glutton. And I thought I had finished. I thought I was just reading the stuff out. But apparently not. No, of course not. Because when you read an entire list of like 100 items, you realize you've repeated yourself more than once. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. Okay, I guess we need one more. Hello, Nacho Man. How are you doing? I have completely lost my mind. Really gone. Yeah, Blabbermouth and Braggart are the same. I do feel you. I think I tend to agree. I believe so. Scholar. When the monster finds a book, it must read it until it's done. Oh my God, that is a crazy idea. Very silly, but we'll do it. Let's stick that in. That is a weird one. Scholar. I really need to get rid of this this problem of mine, right? I'm pressing buttons here and not getting anywhere. Scholar. We probably should get rid of one of the other ones too that Fred had mentioned. Scholar. Okay, when the monster finds a book, it must read it until it's done. That is a strange weakness, but we will put that down. And that still means that I have to get rid of one of these other ones that you were talking about. Hey, Fred. Fred, you were talking about... Which one? Which one were you talking about? I feel like I'm going to explode. 8 and 10. Blabbermouth and Braggart. I tend to agree. 8 and 10 are very, very similar. 8 and 10. I feel like Braggart and Blabbermouth, I think we're going to have to get rid of one of them. That's just too similar. That means we're down to 99. So much for being finished. I had hoped, but apparently not. It is not possible to get 100 different monster concepts. Just can't be done. Can't be. All right. We were so close there. I'm going to have a drink of water because if it isn't clear, I'm definitely having trouble right now. I'm just hiding it. The monster is dead, not undead. Well, I mean, if it's dead, I don't know that. Do we really need to put down the monster's weakness? Is it that it died? I just don't see that being something anybody cares about. EPA. What is EPA? Causes large area pollution when killed. This is a North American joke, right? Is this a North American joke, EPA? I don't know what EPA is. You've got to understand I'm in New Zealand. I don't know what you're talking about. Is that really a weakness for it when it... I mean, that's a problem for somebody else, but is it really a problem for the monster? I don't feel like it's a weakness for anybody but everybody else but the monster. Do you know what I mean? We could go polluter. We could take this. Let's not kill the thing. Let's just cause it. It causes pollution. Environmental hazard. Is that environmental hazard? Okay. Of course, we have to have environmental hazard, don't we? Environmental hazard. And I'm going to put this in here. The monster pollutes the environment. It lives in killing its food sources, plants and animals. So another I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it because it's funny. So this is the one that I've taken that you had suggested. Environmental hazard. The monster pollutes. Come on, try to get it right. Pollutes the environment that it lives in, killing its food sources, plants, and animals. Okay. Now, another word for environmental hazard is human. Human. Okay, so I definitely need to get out of here because it's not clear. I don't know what I'm doing now. We got 100 though. I mean, do you believe me? Look, I'll show you. Look, see, there's 100. I scrolled through this whole thing, and now with environmental hazard, we've finally got 100 monster weaknesses. I don't know if this is complete, but core blimey was it hard to do. But we got there. It's done. I know another weakness that I need to add to this list, but I probably won't because it's too on the nose, and that is it has to go to the toilet every hour on the hour because that's life as a 50-year-old I've discovered. And the toilet is calling me now. So I'm going to end the poll right now. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Morkbork, Merkbork, whatever the heck you want to call it. And I think it's the Fang Deserter. We're going to build a character using the Fang Deserter rules for Morkbork, Merkbork, something like that. So for those of you who want to join me for that, great. If you don't, sweet, go do something else. It's all good. I don't mind. I don't expect everybody to be interested in everything I do on this channel, or even all of it, or even some of it. Anyway, do you give your custom monsters a weakness? Yes, 44%. Yes, sometimes 33%. Just watching, 16%, and no 5%. Well, maybe this is the time, or maybe not. It depends. Anyway, commune must meditate for a certain amount of time a day to regain its power, which is what I'm about to go and do. So this monster is going to go and commune with its bed, okay, and then it'll be back tomorrow to do more of this sort of stuff, but building characters or a fanged deserter in a world where death is assured. Anyway, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been here today. Thank you for taking part in the poll. I want to say thank you to all of my patrons who support me on Patreon so I can keep running this program. A huge thank you to Esper the Bard. I should have been covering Esper's Emporium of Esoterica and one of his monsters, but I realized I did not have the nuance to do it today, even though I had all the notes ready to go. I just knew I couldn't talk it out just because I was drowning in my own stuff, okay, which is disgusting. I know. Okay, it's time to leave. But anyway, look, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been watching and listening, okay, and particularly those people in the chat. So Fred Huber, who's a patron, Norok, who's also a patron. Thank you to Pale Rider. I am probably going to miss somebody or skip somebody and feel really bad about it later on. But if I do skip you or miss you, it was not necessarily intended. Derp, who's also a patron, thank you for putting in your feedback. I do appreciate it. William, who was here, how's it going, buddy? And there's a few others, and I can't remember. That's right, Don Toro. So Don Toro. I think I got the name right the first time. Probably got it wrong this time around. So if I got your name wrong this time, sorry. Anyway, look, wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, the night, the wee early morning, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours, and if you've got hay fever, heck, you've got to take more medication. Like I'm not taking enough. I definitely need to take more. The hay fever is bad here in New Zealand. Anyway, I'll be back. You're going to go and do something else. And till next time, hello Neil, how you doing? Till next time, Neil, keep rolling those 20s.